Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Shakai Brown here. I want to thank each and every single one of you who are going on this fast for this week, with Pastor Marcus, the whole Destiny and Dominion family. All right, let's get straight into this. Now, so I started my morning, got my notebook here. And as the pastor was saying, the scripture for this year is Hebrews chapter 5, verses 12. And as I was reading through that, as actually seen, it's chapter 5, verse 12, all the way down through 14. I mean, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. So, how did I start my morning off? I started my morning off, got up, like I was saying, I'm fasting on Barley Max. It's the green juice. There's no fiber in it at all. It's just pure juice. So I started off with that this morning with a little bit of water, and I did a little bit of stretching and some exercising. And now after I've done the exercising, what I did was I went into the Word. And my goodness. So that scripture that Pastor gave us, I never meditated on that before. As many of you know, I'm into meditation. So I began to meditate on that scripture this morning, and I started to just pull out some nuggets out of that. All day long, I'm going to be on that scripture all day long. Remember what Pastor was saying. It's not just about you abstaining from food or abstaining from other things. It's about really you getting into the Word and drawing closer and closer to God. And so as I was reading through that scripture there, it says, "For though by this time," I just thought, you got to have a book with you today, because God. Just by having this with you and having your scripture, it's almost as though you're saying to God, "Hey God, here I am, I'm ready. Pour out the illuminations on me, pour out the revelations upon me. Just fill me up." That's really what you're saying. So all day long, baby, I ain't kidding you, I'm walking around with this, and I'm going to have I'll have a piece of paper on me and a pen on me with that scripture written down there, and I'm reading it all day long, meditating all day long, and just really expecting God to pour things on me, and He will. Absolutely know He will. So anyways, so Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12, it says, "For though by this time you ought to be teachers, you need someone to teach you again the first principles of the oracles of God, and you have come to need milk and not solid food. For everyone who partakes of milk is unskilled in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe." So as I was reading that, I thought about the word unskilled. It popped up, and I wrote it down. So unskilled for someone is unskilled. As basically, a person who is unskilled is they're looking for someone to always feed him. Think of a baby, because that's the example they're using there is a baby. A baby needs someone to feed him, to hold that bottle for that baby so the baby can drink that milk. They need someone. The baby can cry, but they need someone to hold that bottle in his mouth so that he can drink that food. So that's an unskilled person. They need someone basically to feed them. They depend on someone else to feed them. And oh my goodness. And I believe that this is what Pastor is really trying to wake us. He said, Pastor even said this: the time for babysitting is over. It's over. It's over. It's time for us to pick up our own bottles and to drink that milk, right? But then we have to go beyond that now, because now we're going into solid food. For though by this time, and as I was reading that, that's the verse 12. Basically, it says, you can't continue to be a baby. Like Pastor said, babysitting is over. You cannot continue. All right, so let me try to really wrap this up real quick. Real quick here, because I don't want this to go over 5 minutes, because I know we all got things to do today. So basically, milk and not solid food. And when I read that about the milk, that's verse 14. But solid food belongs to those who are full age. That is, those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So, when we haven't taken solid food, basically we really haven't taken the word in and allowed it to work in us. And if you think about a babe, when you begin to feed him solid food, what happens? that baby spits it out, and it keeps spitting it out, right? But then there comes a time when that baby actually takes that solid food. And so by looking at the scripture, it's like people are continuing to remain in that baby stage, and they're continuing to spit out that solid food. But that has to change. That has to change. So basically, it's time to move on to the next level, man. And that's exactly what Pastor was saying. Exactly what Pastor was saying. The time for babysitting is over. So I hope this blesses you today. I'm sure I'm going to be putting out some more texts today on what I received. God bless you. My time was up. I got to get going. I'm all excited. I'm all fired up. God bless. I'm out.